Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
The Walking Dead card game is based off the first season of the Walking Dead television show. If you're a big fan of T-Dog, he is in this game. Now, The Walking Dead, the card game, is also built off the 6 Nymph series. So if you're used to playing that game, you're going to feel right at home with different artwork on the game. Let's talk about artwork for a second. The artwork is stills from the television show for the heroes, even though all the heroes act exactly the same. But it is kind of jarring to see Rick's picture, which is just a picture on the front of the box. It's very different than the rest. But the majority of the artwork are just the same zombies over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I guess part of the theme was zombies slowly overtaking the world, also slowly overtaking your eyeballs in this game. This is really just a numbers game. There's nothing thematic about it that's going to make you feel like it's The Walking Dead. If you like 6 Nymph and you like The Walking Dead, then you have the perfect marriage here in this game. Otherwise, we kind of have to put the Walking Dead theme aside and just look at the gameplay. It's a fine card game. I feel like I like the decisions that it gives. There's some interesting things. You have the cards in your hands. So you're not drawing new cards, so it's more about what can I do with these cards against what my opponents have. But you still don't know all the cards that are kind of in the game because everybody's going to get, depending on which game you play, 15 or 10, and the rest just won't be used. So you never have perfect knowledge about what's in the game and what's not card-wise. There's 2 games. One plays more players because you're drawing less cards, and you're trying to get a lower score versus a higher score. Yes, there's some strategic implications of that, but, if you played a Greek letter, so you can get the highest score, and then you play it again so you can get the lowest score, I don't know if that's 2 different games to me. Perhaps it's 2 different ways to score. Maybe that tells you the game's not very good, because you can play higher or lower. I don't know, but it's almost comical to me, and something that I laugh at quite a bit. So the Walking Dead card game is a fine game. It does give you a lot of good decisions. It's like that game aspect of what you're doing with cards and numbers and how you want to play those, but it is highly competitive. So is nothing cooperative about this one. You are playing against the people. Now, I played this game a lot, believe it or not. I've played this game quite a few times, and every time I play, it's not something I necessarily want to grab off my shelf and play, but when I do play it, I'm like, yeah, that was pretty enjoyable. And I think that's fine for a little card game, but I think I've played it out. So it's time to purge this game and let somebody else enjoy it. I do like The Walking Dead, but the theme is pasted on here pretty thinly, if you ask me. So for me, this is going to be a purge. So this is Walking Dead, the card game. Now, it's based on the television show about Season 1 is what you're going to get here. You can see it's the mass market game, comes in kind of a cheap box, and just kind of dump everything out here. You can see what's inside. You're going to get a rule book that's kind of thin here, and you're going to get a bunch of cards. Now, these cards right here will be a little bit different because they have the heroes on them. You can see T-Dog and Andrea and Glenn and Maggie and Rick. Now, the Rick picture is a little bit out of the other ones, which seem to be colorful. This is just a picture from the box and the back of the card, so it's kind of weird that they use that picture, but it is what it is. The rest of the cards are going to have zombie pictures on them, as you can tell. A lot of them are repeated over and over and over again, but they'll have different bullets on them depending. Sometimes every once in a while you'll get a different looking card, but for the most part, it's that same close-up of that ugly zombie over and over and over again. I do like the cards. I think they shuffle fine. I think they've held up for a mass market game. I think they're fine. So the book, it's going to have the box art cover on it. It's going to be really thin. It's going to have 2 modes of playing. You're going to have hero mode that plays between 2 and 6, and you'll see those rules there. And you're going to have the survival mode that plays 3 to 10. Basically, they play the same way. You're going to see plenty of pictures, how to score. It's all going to be in here. The difference between them is going to be one, you're going to be playing for a higher score, and one you're going to be playing for a lower score. And one can play more players. That's really the only difference between the 2 rule sets. Now, to set the game up, you're going to shuffle all of the cards together, and then you'll be ready to play. You're going to set 4 cards out. Now, when you set those 4 cards out, you're going to have to shift them to be in numerical order with the lowest on top and such. So you see 2, 11, 51, 56. Then these players are going to get a hero card and their 15 cards to start out. Now, the hero card is going to let you play a card, and what's it's going to let you do is that card will be placed first, regardless of the number. If people play a hero card at the same time, then whoever has the lowest number of the 2 hero people will play their card first. Otherwise, the heroes look exactly the same, just have different artwork on them, and you'll be able to play it per normal. So everybody will play 1 or 2 cards face down and simultaneously reveal their cards. Whoever played the lowest number will play their card first. So with the 6, you'd place it between the 2 and 11. It would go in the first row. With a 72, you can see it's not lower than any of those numbers, so it would go on the last row. If you were to play something lower, a card lower than what's in the first row, like say a 5 or a 4, then it would be put down in the bottom row. When you're placing a 6th card in a row, then the row will burst. You'll take those 5 cards and you put them in your scoring, and the card you just played becomes the new bottom card to start that row. At the end of the game, all the cards that you've collected, you'll count out the number of bullets, and whoever has the most amount of bullets will win the game, and that's the hero mode. So you're really just collecting these bullets. Who should buy this game? Really fans of 6 Nymph who also cross over and are huge fans of The Walking Dead, particularly Season 1. If you want a light card game and you happen to like The Walking Dead, then this is probably a good game to get also. If you like The Walking Dead, I mean, everything's going to be if you like The Walking Dead, right? Because it's an IP-themed game. So let's set that aside for a second. So if you like a light card game and you want something where people are competitively playing, and it plays up to 10, which can be good, but it's going to be a lot of kind of running around. If you play with 10 on that game, you're going to have a lot less controls. It's going to be a lot more chaotic. So be okay with that. As for me, this is going to be a Purge. I played this game quite a bit. Actually had quite a bit of fun with it, but I'm done with it. And it can be yours now. So absolute Purge for me. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel. Lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.